Hey, what's up everybody? It's Amaya. So today's video is going to be a full face of first impressions. I've never done one of these videos, and I've been actually watching a lot of these videos lately because I've noticed that they're very popular lately, and I just think it's so much fun. But I was on a no buy for a long time. I wasn't buying any products, so I didn't really have anything I could do a full face first impressions of. But looky here, I have a full basket of new stuff ready to play, ready to have fun, so I am pumped. So yeah, I'm going to be going to an event today. I'm going to be dancing at an event, and trust me, I get a little sweaty when I dance. So I'm going to let you guys know at the end of the night how everything is looking, how everything's holding up, and that'll kind of be the true test. I'm going to put this makeup through some wear and tear. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So I don't have any new eyebrow products, so I just did my eyebrows, but I am going to be trying out these Wilma Schumann European Skincare Hydrating Collagen Eye Pads. I'm going to put these on while I do my eye makeup, and I'm presuming that it just goes on the eye like this. Does the bigger end work? How do we, there we go. Now that's a hot look. Okay, so I'm going to leave these on. I'm going to set the timer for 20 minutes, and we'll get the headband kind of going here. I'm also going to be applying some lip balm. Okay, so I don't have a new eyeshadow primer to try out, so I'm just going to be using my Wet n Wild one, which is the one I pretty much always use. And I'm just going to set that with a little bit of translucent powder. So today I'm going to be going in with the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. I have never used this before. I've only swatched a few shades. This is what it looks like. It smells like the head of a strawberry shortcake doll, which I've said that before. But yeah, I'm going to be trying to use this today. The look I'm going for is something kind of simple, but still a little bit smoky. So I'm thinking I'll be able to kind of get that look with this. So the first shade I'm going to go in with is this one right here. It's called Peaches and Cream, and I'm just going to take that and dust that kind of in my brow bone area. Now I'm going to go in with Charmed, I'm Sure, which is like a light sort of grayish shade, and I'm just going to take that on a fluffy brush, and I'm going to blend that in. I like this palette has a mirror in it. I think that's really nice. So this shade's going on a tiny bit patchy, but it could be because it's a more cool toned shade. Let me try really tapping my brush off before I go in with it. Yeah, if you go in with a lighter hand, it does blend out a bit better and build it up. So far, these eyeshadows they have a little bit of kick up. I don't know if you guys can see that, but they have just a tiny bit of kick up, but nothing too crazy. Peaches and Cream had a lot more kick up than Charmed, I'm Sure, but overall they're not horrible. I'm just going to go back in with a little bit more of Peaches and Cream and just kind of blend out this side right here. That's a good tip. If ever an eyeshadow is looking a little too patchy or a little too dark, just go in with like a cream shade that's similar to your skin tone and just kind of blend it out, and that will really help everything just lighten up and look a little bit better. Now I'm going to be going in with Puree, which is a nice light brown, kind of warm orangey-ish brown, and I'm just going to be dusting that in the crease with the same brush. So you can see, I don't know if you can see in Puree, there's a lot of kick up, but if I blow it away, it just kind of goes away. So they are pretty pigmented. I'm going to go in with a little bit more of Peaches and Cream and just kind of blend out this inner area right here because it's looking a little patchy. Okay, now I'm going to go in with a little bit of Summer Yum, which is this reddish shade right here. And I'm going to mix that with a little bit of Puree. And I'm just going to put this kind of on the outer corner area with this like tapered brush. And I'm going to take a little bit more of Charmed, I'm Sure, and try to put that on the outer corner. So far with these shadows, I'm not really noticing any fallout, which is nice. That's very nice. Okay, now on a smaller brush, I'm going to go into Tempting, which is like a black with glitter in it. It's not a matte black. It does have like some glitters in it. I'm just going to take that on a pencil brush and darken up the outer corners. It seems to be pretty pigmented. This is an Urban Decay brush from my Naked Smoky palette. I'm actually going to go in with the more fluffier side. So this black shade is giving me a little bit of trouble, but it's not terrible. I'm going to go in with a little bit more of Puree on the fluffy brush. I hate that word, by the way. Puree, like, sounds gross. Anyways, I'm just going to go in and just make sure everything's blended out. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with this buffer brush right here, and I am going to take Peaches and Cream again one more time, and I'm just going to kind of use this to blend everything out. I like using like a stiff, sort of fluffy buffer brush to really get in those areas that are a little stubborn and won't blend out, and this will really just buff them right out. Okay, so for a brow bone highlight, I think I'm going to go into, let's see, I'm going to go into the shade right here, White Peach. And I'm going to use that to highlight, like a matte highlight. It's a really pretty color. I like this color a lot. I think I'm going to go in with Luscious right here. I love this shade. Here it is swatched on my arm. It's like a nice peachy gold iridescent sort of color. I'm going to take some of my e.l.f. glitter glue, just a tiny bit for everything to stay. I'm only doing this, if I wasn't going to be wearing this look for that long, I would not do this step, but only because I'm going to be wearing this for so long, I want it to stay. It doesn't have like a lot of glitter in it or everything. It's very shimmery. That shade is absolutely stunning. I just want to see what this is going to do if I wet this. Oh yeah, that's so pretty. Definitely apply really gorgeously, wet or dry. You definitely don't have to wet this because you can see here it is wet, here it is dry. It looks vibrant and gorgeous when it's dry as well, which I really like. Okay, I'm going to go in with a little bit of Nectar, which is like that creamy gold sort of shade. And I'm just going to put this on the inner, not inner corner, but like the inner part of my lid. Just like a little brightening. And then I'm just going to take that pointed brush from before and just make sure our shimmers and mattes are blended together. I think I need some winged eyeliner. So I'm going to go in, this is not a new eyeliner, this is my e.l.f. Precision Liquid Liner. I use this one all the time. Okay, so I have my liner on, took the eye things off, and my eyes feel normal. So for lashes today, I can't decide if I want to go in with these. These are the new Ardell Faux Minks, and these are in the style 810. Or if I want to go in with some of the Ardell Trios Lash. I can never decide! Okay. So these, the more dramatic ones, the Ardell ones, don't look crazy dramatic. Let me just say what they look like. Oh yeah, I think I definitely want to go with these. Before I do that, I'm going to be trying out a new mascara. This is the Maybelline Colossal Big Shot Volume Express Mascara. I have been so intrigued by this because everybody has been talking about it lately. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's gold and purple, and this is what the wand looks like. It's not wiggly like the original Volume Express, which I hate. Doesn't have a scent really, so let's see what this does. Today's kind of a bad day to test it out because I'm going to be putting on lashes, but the formula doesn't seem too watery or thin. It seems like it's like kind of a thicker formula. So it's nice and black, and I could say like just putting on like one coat, not even a coat, like half of a coat, I don't even know what to call that. It looks pretty nice. So now let's go in with the lashes. I'm going to be using my Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive, which I have never apparently been able to say properly. Okay, so these are definitely very natural. Okay, so these are a lot more natural than I thought they were going to be. I guess we're just gonna go for it and get the other one on there. I did not expect these to be so natural. These ones were like the most dramatic ones, and they're like so natural. You can't even tell like really when I'm wearing lashes. Let's get into some priming. So the primer that I have today is the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer. People have been talking about this for like years. So it comes out as like a clear silicone sort of like Smashbox photo finish primer. I'm just gonna apply this in the main areas like my forehead, cheeks, chin, kind of T-zone area. Feels very smooth and I don't want to say greasy, but I could see how oily skin people might not like this. So the next thing I'm going to be trying out is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I picked this up at Ulta. This is what it looks like. I've heard people rave about this. I've heard people say it's not worth it. I got it on sale with the 21 Days of Beauty, so it was only 16 bucks. So I was like, it's a little better than 32. So I'm going to try this out. I feel like it's like $1 a squirt, like, it feels very nice and hydrating on my skin. I'm actually going to take just a tiny bit of the Mario Badescu facial spray. This has the aloe, cucumber, and green tea one. I have the rose water one, which I love, but I just picked this one up, so it doesn't taste bad, which is a weird thing. I have to say, I think I like the scent of the rose one better. So for foundation today, I'm going to be trying out the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. This is in the shade Soft Ivory. So this has a nice paddle applicator, so I guess I'm just gonna do one of these. People always are like, oh, it's so bad that they have like a paddle for an applicator or like a doe foot, but like the same things with concealer. Like, so it's very liquidy. It smells like paint, like actual paint. I've heard some people say that, and I have to say it's true. It's not like overwhelming or like gross or anything, but it does smell like paint. So today I'm going to be blending it in using this sponge. This is the Eco Tools sponge. I'm going to try one half of my face with this, and then I'm going to do the other half of my face with my Beauty Blender just to see the difference. So this one feels very squishy and nice. My Beauty Blender is definitely squishier. I'm just going to use the butt of it. This one actually feels very similar to the BH Cosmetics sponge, but not as like, the BH Cosmetics one like bounces back weird. So just putting that on, it's like a nice light medium, I feel like. It's blending in really nicely. It doesn't look cakey or anything on my skin. Let's try the Beauty Blender. So this foundation is supposed to give you like no flashback, none of that stuff. So I'm very anxious to see how it will look. It covers my nose really well. That's like my problem area. I normally put concealer on, but I decided for this I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna see how it wears on my nose. Looking up close, yeah, I don't really see a difference in the sponges at all. I think they both look really nice. As far as the finish of the foundation, I don't know what finish it's supposed to be, but it's like a soft matte. It has like you can see like a little bit of shine on my cheeks, but not a ton. So I really like this so far. I think it looks really nice. Okay, next we have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer, and this is in the shade Light Ivory. This is what it looks like. It has kind of a nice like pink undertone, like peachy pink, so we'll see how this looks. Okay, so it's very thick. Kind of have to go in with a bit. I've heard people say that you have to kind of dip in a few times, but I'm not someone to put on a ton of concealer, so I actually don't mind it so much. Okay, so on this side I'm going to go in with this sponge as well. It comes with this other little guy, but this one just feels too hard. I wet it anyway, but it's too hard. I don't think I'm going to go in with it, so I'm just going to use this one. I'm going to use this side right here. Okay. It's a little hard to get on the inner corners, but for right underneath this eye area right here, and like that, oh, that's so nice. This seems to be drying pretty fast. I noticed that just on this side it's a little bit harder to blend out. Okay, I'm going to do my chin with this guy right here, and just a little bit on my forehead. This is really nice for the nose too. If you want to get a really specific like nose highlight. So nice, the sponge you can kind of get around the nose area. I don't have any problems with my foundation like picking up in that area, but I know a lot of people do. So I think that's really nice that they have it designed like that. Okay, so I don't have a new under eye powder, like a new loose powder to use, but I do have a new face powder. This is the LA Girl Pro Face High Definition Matte Powder. It's a little bit dark for me right now. I'm just gonna go in with this very sparingly. Maybe if I just go in very sparingly, it'll kind of help darken up the foundation a little bit because it is a little bit light. I also like that this kind of flips up like the Physicians Formula ones, and it has the mirror with a little sponge right there. So as I'm putting it on my face, it's not showing up too, I don't want to say colorful, but it's not too much of a color, which I like, as opposed to when you just swatch it on your finger, it's very pigmented. Okay. We can hang, we can hang. I'm going to take my NYC Smooth Skin Loose Face Powder. This is my fave. And I'm just going to take the Beauty Blender on this side and just apply a layer of powder right here. I am going to bake my under eyes just slightly because I'm going to be dancing and sweating and stuff like that, and I don't want that to wear off. Okay. These seem to be doing a pretty good job at baking. I'm going to try this down the bridge of the nose using just this tip area right here. Oh, that's just fantastic. I love that, because you know how hard it is to get with a Beauty Blender, like just that little tip. Oh, I hate that. It's just to set in my forehead just a little bit. Okay, so I have a new bronzer today. This is the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. This is what it looks like. It smells like a vanilla coconut deliciousness. It's swatching really nice so far, so I'm going to go in with this brush right here, Purple Handle Danny. It's the unnamed brush, now named. I'm always so nervous about using new bronzers because I just use my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer for everything. Okay, so far it's not going on too orange. Kind of reminds me of the shade of the just regular bronze booster from Physicians Formula. It's not patchy or anything, it's going on very smoothly. Okay, so far that looks really nice. I'm going to go in with my Carity Contour Kit. This is definitely not a full face of First Impressions if I'm using this, because I use this a lot. I'm just going to take that center shade. No, I don't want to use that brush. I'm going to take that center shade on this brush right here and dip into that, because I do want a little bit more structure to my face. So I'm going to try to do that right in that area, right there. See how that looks. It's blending very nice with this other bronzer. They're very nice. Blend it all out. Yeah, this is looking really nice. I really like this bronzer so far. It's not too orange, which I was afraid of. Okay, so now I'm going to take more of the NYC Smooth Skin Powder. And I'm going to take this guy right here. Look at that. That line, though. It's like what baking dreams are made of. I actually really dislike baking with the Beauty Blender. I just don't think it works as good as like the Real Techniques one even did. I feel like that one worked better. I don't know, I just feel like the shape doesn't get you that sharp line. For my blush today, I'm going to be using the Essence Satin Touch Blush. This is what it looks like right here. It's so beautiful and creamy and pigmented, so I am so excited to use that. So I'm just going to take it on this fluffy brush right here. Very pigmented. And woo! Girl, that's pigmented. So it's blending really nicely so far. I like that color too. It gives a nice, like, natural looking look to the cheeks. So I am just going to go in with the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter to buff everything out. This is what I do every time I do my makeup, so I feel like it would be unfair to not do this because this is how I normally wear my makeup. So okay, so I have two highlighters to try out. I have the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder and then the Makeup Revolution Pro Illuminate. This is what it looks like. This one's like a nice shimmery gold, and then the Wet n Wild one is a nice like peachy bronzy gold iridescent. So I'm definitely going to be using both of these. I'm going to go in with this one first because it's the darker one. I'm just going to take my brush. Ooh. It's not coming up as dark as I thought it would. I thought it was going to look more like pink, and I was going to be really nervous, but it doesn't look bad. Of course, with any highlighter, you're going to be able to see your texture, but it's not making mine look cray-cray like the Ophir one can kind of look. It is looking really nice. Let me take some of the Makeup Revolution one on top. That one is so pretty. Do you guys see that? These two mixed together are looking gorgeous. I feel like the Makeup Revolution one's accentuating my texture a little bit more. Or it could just be because I'm putting more highlight on. I'm going to take this little brush right here and I'm going to take some of the Makeup Revolution one and put that on the tip of my nose. And right on the center. On the Cupid's bow. I'm just going to take a tiny bit of this and put it on the chin. I'm actually going to take some of this to highlight my brow bone because I just really like this shade. And why the heck not? Put some in the inner corners. Why not, right? Okay, so for my lower lash line, we are going to go back into the Sweet Peach palette right here. And I'm going to go in with a mixture of Puree and Charmed, I'm Sure. And I'm just going to start buffing that on my lower lash line, kind of on the outer corner area. So I'm going to take just a teeny bit of Summer Yum. And just on the outer corner, just slightly. Teensy bit of the black shade, which is Tempting, and just smudge that like that. Smudge that. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm gonna go in with my setting sprays, and I'm just going to use this guy right here, the Wet n Wild one. I've used this one before. This is not a First Impressions. Then over top, I always put the Mario Badescu one, so I'm going to try this one. And then I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Big Shot for the lower lashes. I'm going to use this little mirror right here. Okay, so on the lower lashes, it looks very nice. Doesn't make them clumpy, it separated them nicely, so I do like that. Okay, so I have two options for lip colors here. I have the Matte 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 from Essence, which looks like this, which I'm probably going to end up going with. But I also have Whipped Caviar from NYX. It's a little bit more purpley. Both will look really pretty, but I think I'm going to go with Matte Matte Matte. So I'm just going to dry off all that lip balm. And I'm just going to apply this. Okay, so that went on really smoothly. Lips look really nice. It was very pigmented. But I am just going to go in with the Whipped Caviar just on top a little bit. This is a big test for me because I almost always wear liquid lipsticks when I dance. But I figured I'd try this. And I know... Okay, so I know that this is not going to last very long. This is the PacSun White Russian Lip Gloss. I'm just going to put this in the center of my lips just because I want to try it out. That looks so gorgeous and glossy. So I'm going to bring these two lipsticks with me to touch up in between performances. And I will see how they wear. But so far, everything's looking so pretty. I really ended up liking this eyeshadow look. But yeah, I'm going to go change and get ready, and I will be back for my little outro. Hello everyone. So I just got back. Let me take my coat off because it's gonna be really annoying. So I just got back from dancing. It was about 3/4ish when I did my makeup, and now it is 9 o'clock. So I've had this on for a good 5 hours, so I feel like that's a pretty good wear time. On any given day, I won't wear my makeup for more than like 5 to 8 hours if I do wear makeup. I was going to be out dancing later, but I was kind of tired. The one dance event I went to was pretty long and pretty tiring, but I was sweating, I was dancing, so I figured I could still show you guys what the makeup looked like at the end of the day. So I'm looking at it. The only thing that's bugging me is that the inner corners, I don't know if you guys can see, but the inner corners of my lashes are popping off. That's the glue's fault. That's not a lash's fault. Everything else honestly looks really, really good. I'm noticing, however, I have some creasing right here in this area, which is actually pretty abnormal. I don't normally crease so badly there. And I did powder it there, so that is a little bit of an issue. Everything, honestly, the highlight's still definitely there. My lips, I didn't actually end up reapplying, and you know what? They stayed just like a liquid lipstick. I'm starting to get like that inner rim right there, but it stayed on. It's still on. I didn't reapply it at all, and it's pretty true to color. I was licking my lips. I was dancing, so I was smiling a lot. I was moving my lips a lot, and it's still on. So honestly, even my nose is still covered by this foundation, which is unreal to me because my nose is always worn off. So that is it for this video, you guys. I hope you guys like it. Please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. I'm really happy with these products. I would get my camera and film this ending, but honestly, I'm tired. I don't feel like setting it all up, so I just turned on all my lights and I'm filming with this. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Hey, what's up everybody, it's Amaya. So today's video is going to be a haul. So I'm so excited. It was just my birthday.